Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the weekly reset for week number 2 of season 2 for Dragonflight. We have 2 vaults to look into today. We have the warrior and the demon hunter, of course. We have a few things to talk about, which includes the potential Mythic Plus team I'm putting together and my thoughts on season 2 so far, and some of my experiences as well, which have been, let's say, entertaining. But if you would like to join me for some Keystones, you can catch me live over on Twitch a few days a week, and every Saturday we do a Saturday social completely dedicated to you guys. So it's open to absolutely everyone. It doesn't matter about your skill level. We can adjust the groups, and I also look to rotate them to get as many of you involved as possible, so we're not just running the same 5 people all the time. But now it's time for the vaults, and I'm going to start, as always, with the warrior. So before we jump into the vaults, there's a couple of things that I just wanted to mention. Of course, we have the weekly 5 heroic dungeons that you can do for a 415 piece of gear, or you can choose to go for the heroic crest. I think, to be honest, most of us, at least to begin with, like, I'm 411, so the 415 is going to be a massive upgrade to pretty much whatever slot, right? So that's a no-brainer. Unfortunately, I messed up the recording and I had to go back. So I can't show you the options on screen right now, but yeah. Another thing to consider is also the world boss. The last thing you guys want to do is choose something from the vault, go and open this cache from the weekly, and then go and do the world boss and get the same item as the vault, because you could potentially have multiple upgrades instead of like picking the same slot. So I definitely recommend you do those. Today, for me personally, I'm going to gamble with the world boss and do those later, because I honestly just don't have the time to do them on multiple characters right now. But yeah, if you have the time, I definitely recommend it. The other weekly that we get this week from Kaza is unfortunately nothing to do with loot, but it is 10 world quests, and because we're all farming the new place on multiple characters anyway, you're probably going to do it over time, so it's probably worth picking up. You can choose 2,500 rep with a faction of your choice, so it's like free rep basically. You might as well pick it up. And then in terms of where the warrior is and what I've been up to this week, so if we have a look at my Mythic Plus, I've been enjoying tanking. I did a few lower keys on the demon hunter, and I even enjoyed that, but don't tell anyone. The warrior I absolutely love. Highest I've done is a 14, and the only place I haven't tanked is an alderman, but I did that on the demon hunter, so I've got some tanking experience there. Thoroughly enjoyed it so far. I've done quite a few keys. I'm not quite sure. It says total runs 44. I don't know if that's split between characters. That might be split between characters. I honestly no idea, but I haven't run 44 keys on the warrior. Obviously anything and everything is going to be an upgrade. But before I do that, I'm just going to make sure I am, of course, in protection. And before we do the vault, I'm going to open our heroic weekly chest. So, fingers crossed. Oh, wow. A weapon? It's not a massive upgrade, which is annoying, but I've gone from veteran to champion. So, I'm never... If it was another slot, I would be a little frustrated, because it's not a massive upgrade. It's not a massive leap. Like, I've got a couple of items like 395. That would be huge. But a weapon or a shield is absolutely huge. So, yeah, we don't... Oh, 411.69. Nice. Yeah, I'm never going to be mad at a weapon upgrade. Let's be real. But in terms of vaults, let's hope it's a little bit better. Maybe a shield or a trinket would be huge. Oh! We've got to be smart about this, though, because it is a champion piece. It is a champion piece. Oh, man. What does it look like? Oh, dude, that looks pretty sick. With the tongue sticking out. I'm quite tempted, but I don't think I will. I'm very, very tempted. 224. I mean, it's really hard to say no to a 437 piece. I think it is the belt. Upgrading from a 415. I mean, I'm probably not, hopefully not going to upgrade it for a while, but again, I'm not sure, because we've got the crafted belt. I don't know if the Is it the unstable one that I had on the DK? I'm not sure about that one. So thinking about it, my brain tells me to go with the highest item level over everything else. Haste and Verse, really, really good for me. Mastery is at the bottom, but it's not absolutely terrible. I really want to take the shield because it's a shield, and then I'd get a weapon, and that would be amazing. But to be honest, I think this week's going to be a bit easier than last week, and I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to get a better shield than that. Like, base level's going to be like 424 anyway, so I don't think I can say no to a 437 at this point. I honestly just don't see how I can. So it might be the wrong decision, but I feel like at the level I'm going to be pushing, it's a toss-up between these two. Haste and Verse, I mean, there's an argument for the boots. It's only a few item levels below, and it's probably like best in slot boots for me. You know what? I'm not going to take the highest. I'm going to go with what my bit is. It's got the best stats for me. And I'd rather not deal with the mastery, to be honest. It's very heavy on the mastery, so it's only one upgrade away from this item, so I don't feel too bad about it. I'm gonna take the boots. I'm gonna take the boots. We timed the 14 pinnacle, which was great. We absolutely destroyed that key, to be honest. All right, boots acquired. Boots acquired. So we go from 411.69 to 412.88. I'm happy with that. We got an under at 14, which is great. I very much look forward to tanking that. And because it is a 14 and a fortified week, we also get entangling for the first time. I'm excited to see that. And bolstering, which is going to be fun. All right. Apart from the weird transmog that I have to sort out, that is the warrior. I'm quite happy, actually. That's okay. That's pretty decent. The demon hunter. So, in terms of keys and score, unfortunately, all of the 16s and above that I was able to get into rarely got past the first boss of any dungeon. So I only managed 15s with a 14 Brackenhide and Infusion. It's okay, it's not where I wanted it to be. I wanted to push some 17s on the first week, but it is what it is. Pug Life, which has been absolutely horrible, which is why I'm getting the Mythic Plus team together that we'll talk about after the vaults. But this is where I'm currently sitting. We've destroyed some of the keys that we've gone into, and we've got a couple of bits of gear. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. Yeah, we got the weapon from Nalfaris. I got a couple of those actually, and I wasn't sure in terms of upgrades, and I'm still wrapping my head around the upgrade system and stuff I should be holding on to. But basically, I thought instead of spending crests, I'll wait until the weekly reset. I'll see what I get from the vault, and we'll go from there. And my character agrees. So, not much has changed, apart from the weapon. I think we got the back actually as well, yeah. Nice crit and mastery back. Nothing else has changed really. So we've got... And the bags, I apologise, so bad. We've got the weekly heroic chest to open. I went with that just in case it gives me a nice item that I could potentially upgrade, because I got a couple of things that, like, let's say the waist, for example, 421, I can upgrade this one. It might have mastery on it instead of the haste. It might be quite beneficial, so I'm going to go with that. We'll see what we get. Crit and mastery. You know what, that's not terrible, but I've already got a neck to replace. So I'm going to replace the lariat, but I picked up this one. The Red Sky Pendant, which is also 421. So I'm thinking, because of how the lariat works, at some point I'm going to change that over. I probably won't even end up using both of them, to be honest. But yeah, in terms of like trinkets and stuff, I did get the resonator from Alderman, I believe it is, but apparently it's very, very bad. So I won't be using that one unless it gets changed. Of course, we're hoping for an upgrade. We did a bunch of 14s and 15s, so we should have 3 slots of 437. We have. But there's a belt that I was talking about. We've got some gloves. And we got a back. All right. I'm not over the moon with any of it, to be honest. I mean, I'm not going to replace the back, so that's probably a no. We get crit, but that's versatility, and we can upgrade our back. The gloves would mean we lose our foreset. I can swap it around, but I don't think I will. And then massive versatility and master. You know what? If this was further into the season, it would be gens straight away, but oh man, this one's disappointing. 437 though. I mean, thoroughly disappointed, but it's an upgrade, whatever. We get a Vortex Pinnacle 15. Very, very doable. Very doable. I'm going to try and look to push my own keys again this week. I struggled to get into 16s and 17s, as I mentioned. I wanted to farm some 17s because you get the higher tier gear. Didn't quite work. I tried pushing my keys. I had a 17 that quickly changed into a 16 and then a 15 and then a 14. We had a rough ride. We had a rough ride. Right. Demon Hunter. We are currently sitting at 418, which is basically 419. This brings us up to, yeah, an entire level overall. With no gem slot. Ah, I missed the gem slot. Was that really worth it? I'm not sure it was. Maybe I made a mistake. Never mind. It is what it is. Alright, that's the vaults. Today we hide away in the new zone. Well, I say hide away. This is like the most popular area because everyone's coming here to pick up their weekly quests. So hopefully we don't get harassed. But we're sat at this nice, cute little table. We're just chilling next to the mole people. And I thought I'd take a minute to talk about Season 2, my experience so far, and what I've enjoyed, what I've not enjoyed. So, Season 2 so far, I've had so much fun. Honestly, so much fun. The new dungeons, I love them. One of my favourites is Brackenhide Hollow. I think that is my favourite dungeon. Am I weird? Am I alone? I really enjoy it. Once you understand the tactics, it's actually really enjoyable. I haven't started the 0 to KSM challenge stuff yet, so I haven't healed it. My opinion could change. Higher key levels could obviously change my opinion as well. So, but yeah, at 14s, 15s, even 16s, I'm having so much fun, honestly. I really enjoy tanking it. There's a few spicy pulls that I like doing, which I'll show probably on stream. I showed Keita this morning. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that place. My least favorites, I've got two, I think. I'm not really a massive fan of Vortex Pinnacle and Neltharian's Lair. I think those are the two that they're like, meh. Apart from that, I quite enjoy the rest. Halls of Infusion, I quite enjoy, weirdly enough. I didn't particularly like... Freehold is a fan favorite to a lot of people. For me personally, it wasn't one that I was super excited for, but it's okay. It's not bad. Neltharis, I actually really enjoy as well. But the last boss has been pretty brutal for a lot of groups. You really need to break the shield like ASAP. Like if you can precast, you pick up the treasures before, and as the shield is going out, you start precasting. So once it hits, your thing hits straight away. The shield gets broken, and obviously along with that you've got defensives and healing. If it goes off for like, starts ticking for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, so much for the healer to do. I don't look forward to that in my 0 to KSM run, because I will be healing it and it won't be nice. But yeah, Neltharis I thoroughly enjoy. We did have a weird bug in Neltharis with, I guess the way you usually do it, you go left first, so it is technically like the second boss with the 3 chains. So random party members, I think non-tank party members get chained. You usually line them up, the tank goes through them for each hit. For each chain that's broken, similar to one of the raids in Shadowlands with the chains. You break the chain and the group takes a load of damage. I did this a couple of days ago, and it transitioned into that stage. No chains. So we wiped. We went back for a second and a third time. No chains. So we wiped. And then we went back for a 4th time, and the tank basically said, alright, if there's no chains, I'm just leaving the group. Because We can't get past the boss. It would just take too much damage. The 4th time we had chains, and we still ended up timing the 15, I think it is. Last boss wasn't an issue that run, but no chains. Come on, man. We would have plus 3'd that if it weren't for that boss. So troll. Trying to think of the other dungeons. Alderman is, meh. It's not one of my favorites as well, but it's not my bottom 2. I would say it's the 3rd least favorite. The first, is it the 2nd boss with the totem? It's depending on which way you do it. Obviously, it's usually. I think some people go there first, Bloodlust, for the totem, and then go back to the 3. What are they, dwarves? Yeah, they're dwarves. But I think the totem last night got a 20% damage nerf. But still, going to that boss first and Bloodlusting might be the way, especially as you go higher on the key level. So yeah, Alderman is not one of my my favorites either. And then I guess there's the last dungeon that we haven't talked about, and that's Underrot. That's kind of hit and miss with my groups right now. For the most part, we usually struggle at the mushroom boss, the 3rd one, because people just don't understand like clearing. It's been frustrating when I've been tanking, because obviously tanking, you have the boss cleave that clears the mushrooms, and I'm tanking with my back to the mushrooms I want to clear, and those that are getting marked have run into the mushrooms right, like directly behind me, and it's completely messing up the group. So because of that, like, my groups haven't gone very well. I did a couple on my Demon Hunter last night on stream, and we couldn't even get past the 2nd boss, which was very sad. But it is what it is. So that one for me has been a bit hit and miss. Overall, I'm very much enjoying the dungeons. I'm enjoying the rotation a lot more than the old rotation. I was doing the weekly heroics this week, and I was getting, I think I did 5 knocker defenses. And bearing in mind, I did them on 3 different characters today, and I did 5 knocker defenses, and it's just so long. You just want to smash them out and get them done as quick as possible, and it's just time consuming. I could have formed a group and just did like Ruby life pools or something, but it was just so much quicker and convenient for me to queue up at like 7 o'clock in the morning with randoms. Like there's no one I can form a group with at that time. So tanking in general, I've actually really enjoyed, and I plan on tanking a lot more for season 2. I've enjoyed some of the boss mechanics, some of the things that tanks have to do in season 2. I very much enjoy. There are a couple of things in Brackenhide Hollow, especially with the totem at the end and getting sucked in to the tree boss and being consumed. Also in Halls of Infusion, you've got exactly the same thing with the frog boss. Again, some of the stuff that you have to do, I've been really enjoying. In fact, Halls of Infusion in general, I think, is one of my favorites for tanking. I really enjoy it. I'm weird, I know. So in terms of the Mythic Plus team that I am putting together, I tried doing this at the end of season 1, and we didn't quite put together the right fit, the right team. So this season I would like to put together, and I think on Discord I'm going to have a section where you guys can come forward and put which character you want to join on. It's going to be a well-rounded comp. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it, but I obviously want to cover like the combat res, the battle res, and utility. Like the group needs to mesh. Obviously going to need experience. I'm not going to be taking players with little to no experience, unfortunately, but if you guys did want to join me for some keys, don't worry, because every Saturday, as I say, we do the Saturday social. That's open to absolutely everyone. But ideally, the Mythic Plus team are going to be very experienced already. I want to push above 3k rating, and I'm looking to do this maybe 2 days a week. So set days and set times. I haven't quite figured that out yet, because I've got obviously my own other content related stuff. I will be recording this stuff as well, so more opportunities for you guys to get into some of the videos. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the team. I haven't quite, like, nothing set in stone. I will probably be on the Demon Hunter unless it gets absolutely gutted. But yeah, apart from that, the only thing I'm going to be up to this week is Mythic Plus. I'm going to be grinding on the Demon Hunter. I'm going to get KSM probably on the Demon Hunter, maybe on the Warrior as well. I'm going to do a bit more of tanking. I'm going to try and push to those 16s and 17s. We've got fortified, which I think is going to make life a bit easier. I'm very much looking forward to entangling, because the majority of my characters are usually very mobile, so that shouldn't be a problem for me. And I'm going to start prepping the monk. I'm going to start doing that. So watch out for the 0 to KSM challenge on the monk. That will be coming soon. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I'm very much enjoying Dragonflight. It's turning out to be my favorite expansion. I'm having so much fun. I honestly don't remember the time, like a time where I've had this much fun. But yeah, that's it from me. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be much appreciated. Consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date with what's going on and you don't miss any future videos, especially the KSM videos, because going to be healing this time round, and it's going to be awful. But that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.